Guys, and welcome back to another video at the Capital Traders Group. Now obviously, as you guys, if you have seen the previous video I made about a week ago on BTC, we were very much right on what we wanted to see on BTC. Basically we did try to warn you guys, but I did receive quite a few negative comments. But to be honest, I did kind of like that, because when I do receive comments like that, it shows me the amount of emotion that's in the market, especially when it comes to the crypto market. So it adds to my confidence that I know I'm going to be right, because usually in the market, what things that people don't want to happen is the thing that usually happens, and that rings very true when it comes to crypto. But if you haven't seen the video already, I'll leave a little clip of it right here. This is my main zone, which I want to see. I want to see price come down a bit and then consolidate and then push up, cause a bit more euphoria, and then we push down. Now also, I did share this move with the members, so I'll leave a screenshot somewhere of that as well. Basically, what we did is I was expecting price to come back into the zone, as you just saw. So when we took that short position, I shared it with the members, and basically we have a service called the Premium Analysis Service, and this is where we share our ideas mostly, and mainly our setups and our my personal trades that I actually execute on. So which are mainly swing and intraday based, but I focus on more high probability based setups, and I share them with the team. So if you are interested in that, feel free to check that out in the link in the description down below. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So now we've taken the 17k low as we've correctly anticipated, right? On the, if I scroll up on the daily now, so the low's been taken, and if I look on the left, right, I'm using a clean chart because I don't want to overcomplicate it, but this is the 12k to the 9.5k region. This is the main zone everyone's anticipating buys to come into before where we expect the bottom. Now the consensus that I've seen, especially on Twitter, that too many people are calling for 10k BTC. Now I'm not saying we won't see a 10k BTC in the future. I genuinely believe we will, but I don't believe we will see 10k BTC now, because again, what people expect to happen the most, it usually does not happen, and what people don't want to happen is usually the likely scenario that plays out in the market. So what we've seen is sort of this, we've been in this range, right, for about 5 months, where if it's better highlighted here, if you've seen basically where price consolidated, early sellers got trapped, early buyers got trapped, basically just chopped. Anyone who tried to trade this range got severely chopped in the market. That's why I recommended a lot of people to stay out of the market. Let it show its hand, and then you can make a decision. That's why when we took this short position at the 21k $500 region, is because I was expecting this low to get taken, because more and more people were believing that the range was going to end bullish. And that was my reasoning, was that too much liquidity, too much buy orders had been left, and we also had that extra liquidity there, which the arrow points here. If I just scope on the 4 hour, right, we had that clear liquidity. So that was basically why I was anticipating the bearish move, because I understand the market's advertised for long enough all that liquidity into the market, and now the bears are ready to take in. Now I am slowly starting to move very bullish. Now I am getting active in start buying up some altcoins. I'm not going to specifically say which ones and at what prices. If you do want to get involved within the moves with us, feel free to check out the Premium Analysis Service, because I am sharing all those moves with the members. We actually already got filled in about on two cryptos already, a few more to come as well. But in essence, what I'm expecting is basically this. After we saw that range bound end of clear advertisement of liquidity, price took out all those buyers, that took out that wick, and now I believe we are going to see manipulation. This is the manipulation zone, okay? This is what you refer to as a power of three. So you have consolidation, or what you call accumulation, then you have the manipulation, price, the smart money enters here, and that's when everyone thinks price is going to go lower. that is usually when we see the expansion take place, and that is the scenario I'm favoring for BTC and for the entire crypto market, because more and more people are increasingly believe that we're going to see a 10k BTC, and I don't believe we're going to see that yet. And we also have higher zones on the higher time frames, if I can mark out here, that are unfulfilled. There's liquidity above. There's also inefficient price action, which means the market needs to fill that. And I believe we're going to see a bear market rally. Now remember, bear market rallies usually take place when nobody expects them to, right? When you think price is going to keep going lower. And the amount of short position that have been accumulated already, I believe the market is going to hunt those stop losses. So that's another confluence built of why I believe we're going to see this manipulation take place, and then we're going to see the expansion to we're going to at least come to the 26k region. The second region I'm targeting is the 34k region. We also have CME gaps above these levels, so that's another added confluence as well. So this is the scenario I am basically anticipating, right? Accumulation, manipulation, and expansion. To at least my main swing target is the 32 to 34k region before we come back down to target that sub 10k level, because I do believe in the future, or and the macro bottom of BTC will be sub 10k. That is what I generally believe, but not yet. There is too much bearish sentiment in the market, and these are usually historically and psychologically the best times to buy. So that's why me and the team are buying now. If I quickly end here, I'm just going to quickly highlight what I'm expecting from the cycle. I did make another video on this, but I'm just going to quickly highlight it, just to give you guys a little bit of an understanding of what I'm anticipating from the cycle. Now, this is the entire BTC cycle, right, from the 1st of November 2012 to all the way to current. So basically, you can see every time we see a bull market, then we have the bear market, and then we have accumulation, expansion, and reaccumulation, right? It's an explanation of each market cycle. Now, what I want you guys to see is and understand is two things. One is each bull cycle gets slightly longer, and each bear cycle gets slightly shorter. So on this bear cycle, we had 426 days of clear. It didn't mean the bear market was completely over, because the bear market is when price pushes down and does not break all-time highs. So when I talk about bear, I just mean clear bear price action here on the left. So we just have price moving downwards. That's it. So in this cycle, we had 426 days of just clear bear price action. On the second cycle, in 017 cycle, we had 365 days of clear bearish price action. And currently, we're coming up to 365 days. So this also kind of adds a confluence of why I believe we will be ending to see the potential low for the market currently. Again, I do believe price will come down lower. It may be a wick like we saw in the COVID lows, depending on how the recession really ends and how the Fed taper inflation, which is I do have a macro thesis on that as well, but I'm not gonna get into that now because we'll be here forever. But basically, this is the scenario that's playing out, and it's playing out well. So what I'm anticipating is now we're gonna see that accumulation, price could come lower, and then we see that expansion, and then when that reaccumulation zone comes back, right? So we see this. We should get the expansion, which I'm anticipating this bear market rally to play out on the start of Q1. So I know this is a bit different, but I do think it will be a lot quicker than people anticipate. So I think we will see that expansion, and then we'll maybe come back into this zone before we start pushing up higher. Again, this is just a bit of a sketch. It won't actually exactly play out like this in terms of the macro low, but I do believe, again, we're going to come to see the sub 10k region. So in terms of macro cycle, we should be in the accumulation zone, but I do want to be cautious in terms of how price plays in terms of macro lows, because I generally don't believe the macro low is in just yet, and I think we're going to see some a lot lower prices, but it may just be a wick, because you got to remember here on the left, this wick needs to get filled as well. So I think we could even see a 6k BTC. It may just be a wick down to that level, but nonetheless, this wick does need to be filled. So in terms of macro low, that's the macro low I am anticipating. Sub 10k is where I'm anticipating. But for now, just so you guys understand, this is the scenario that we're looking to capitalize off. Okay, so accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. To take out those CME gaps at the 20, I believe I should have it for you guys here. Give me one moment. There should be, because I remember I did make a video about the CME gaps as well, and I highlighted them for you guys. So these are the CME gaps. If I just go on the weekly time frame, which is the 28,000 and the 36,000 dollar level. So these are two CME gaps, and this is the scenario I'm anticipating to play out, because we also have a CME gap at the $9,800 region, which is another confluence of why I believe we will see sub 10k. So we're now in that bear market rally phase. Again, I was expecting that low to get taken. We've taken that low. Now I believe we're going to see some smart money accumulation, and that's why I am buying cryptos now, certain altcoins now. Again, if you do want to get involved in that with us and the team, check out the link in the description. But in essence, we're going to buy here, take profit within these zones, and then look to buy a lot lower at a large at a much larger quantity at the certain cryptos we want. So remember, guys, pay attention to the price action. Forget about all the fundamentals. Price action will tell you all the story you need. So with all that said and done, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. It does help me quite a lot. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.